All right, fight fans, we got two Bellator cards to talk about this week. First one is Bellator 202 in Thackerville, Oklahoma. Their featherweight champion in the women's MMA division, Julia Budd, she'll be defending her title against Talita Nogueira, who's undefeated, by the way.
This is an interesting one. It's like a complete two opposite spectrums of fighters. We got Julia Budd, who's been around, you know, I don't want to say forever in a bad way, but respectably. I mean, she was around in Strikeforce Challengers, Strikeforce. She's fought Jareen Durandamy, Amanda Nunes, girls who went on to have pretty successful careers, I would argue. So she's been seeing, you know, the best of the best early, but she's had a lot of decisions. She's rounded out her game from being just a kickboxer. She's really well-rounded now, grappling. She's found her way to a title, but maybe hasn't quite had that breakthrough performance where you have Talita Nogueira. You know, she's coming up from Brazil, multiple accoladed jiu-jitsu practitioner. She's faced Mackenzie Dern, Gabby Garcia. She's been in there with the biggest and baddest as far as the jiu-jitsu scene, but limited as far as MMA goes. In fact, she only has one Bellator fight, which she looked great, but we didn't get to see that much of her. She choked her opponent out in the first round. I'm just going to side with the champion here, Julia Budd, simply because of experience and just her athleticism. It's been kind of her hallmark, but she's really tacked on technical skills. I think she's going to be able to secure a decision.
Right, and you know, Talita Nogueira is undefeated at 7-0. Julia Budd's 11-2. She hasn't lost since 2011, so she's 7-year run here of not losing. And to toss out a few other names, Ronda Rousey, Marloes Coenen, who's, you know, she's fought, and so that's valuable experience against high level. Now look, her two losses are Rousey and Nunes, but still, a long time ago, and in 2011, and since then on a run. Talita, hey, undefeated, looking great, decorated grappler, and yes, you take Julia Budd to the ground, and I gotta believe you might want to start ripping up those Julia Budd tickets, but you got to get the fight to the ground, and Julia Budd's very strong, very athletic. I don't think she'll make it easy for her. I'm going to side with experience and the more well-rounded fighter. It's the champion, Julia Budd. Goes?
I'm going to go with Julia Budd as well, but it's not one of those scenarios where I would say if they fought 10 times, Julia Budd all day. I feel like Nogueira could take a few here and there. Maybe if this fight took place a year from now, we'd all be saying something different. She's a very good prospect. She's getting there, but the one strength that she's bringing, I think, is something that Julia's been able to round her game out, and I think she'll be able to stop her. I think it'll go to a decision, but I think Julia will be victorious.
There you have it. Bellator 202 main event breakdown.